There we go. You busier than the President of the United States.
No, but I am excited to be and honored to be on with you for your Wellness Wednesday.
Yes, so we are excited about it, and I think I want to make you a regular.
I would love to be a regular.
Yes. Okay. Good. So let's work towards that. Okay. Great. And so we're gonna talk more about just kind of wellness. It's gonna be like no more than 10 minutes.
Okay.
And how do you want me to introduce you as the Chef Paul Ritter? What you
you know what? I was supposed to send y'all my bio. I apologize. You know where you can pull it from, the Autumn? Go to let me tell you, you can pull it real quick. Go to my website, paulritterteaches.com.
Okay. And that's a public website that you want everybody to know?
Yes, that's my website, paulritterteaches.com. And you can find my bio on there. So like when you do the introduction, you can just take whatever you want from that.
Okay. Well, what we'll do is, it looks so nice and clean. Okay.
Oh, thank you, girl. Thank you.
Okay, so
and then there's a picture there too, if y'all want to put, I believe it's a picture that you probably can take from that page.
Yeah, because I always announce in advance. I do a flyer that'll say Wellness Wednesday and who we're featuring this time around.
Okay.
So that's what I always do. So I'll make sure that I do that as well.
So is there any particular topic you want me to talk about for Wednesday, or you just want me to just?
Well, it's food.
Food, yeah. I mean food. Okay.
Healthy, okay, just pretty much it's wellness. So it's all about and how food will help you to be well.
Okay.
And what I'm gonna do is, even if we go over 10 minutes, I can cut it up and still use little tips from you. And so what I would do is, on other days, I would say visit paulritterteaches.com, or here's a tip from Paul Ritter. I'll give the tip and then say you can visit paulritterteaches.com for information. So it'll be this interview, but then for the other days, I'm gonna cut it up and it'll just be promos just anytime. So
okay, great.
All right, so here you go. You ready?
I am ready.
Here goes. Okay, you are tuned in to 1040. Wait, let me turn my radio down because I can hear the radio. Hold on. Here we go. And
are you hearing anything in the background here? Or do I need to put an earpiece on? Are you good here?
No, I don't hear any. Everything is great.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't hear anything. Okay, hold on. Let me put on my other recording device here. And then let me close my door. Okay, because they'll run in here talking loud. They will do that in a minute. Okay. Yep. Okay, and here goes. It's 1040 AM KGGR 106.9 FM. I am Autumn. Welcome to Autumn in the Morning, first of all, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. And as you know, we always have tips to help you out with wellness, just being healthy, whether it's mind, spiritual, your body. Of course, is very, very important. And we are so excited in the new year. We know that you have all of your resolutions and things that you really want to do and stay healthy with. And sometimes, well, most times, I'm speaking for myself, it is definitely hard to keep up those certain things. So we like to make it a lifestyle. But who we have joining us on this morning is the Paul Ritter, and he has a website, paulritterteaches.com. And let me tell you guys, he is an amazing chef. You know what? We're going to go ahead and dive right on in. Paul, welcome.
Good morning. I am so excited to be a part of your Wellness Wednesday. I'm excited just to be able to share a few nuggets with the people. And it's good to see you, my friend.
Yes, I am so excited about it. Now, Paul, I have known you for a long time, and what I do know about you is you are all about wellness.
Yes.
All about wellness, and you're all about healthy, clean eating.
Yes.
And so with this new year, because we are, Yeah, New Year.
Mhm, mhm.
What are some healthy tips that you have as it relates to food that we can all put into practice and keep?
Well, one of the things I loved your introduction because, in the new year comes new resolutions and people, new goals. I'm going to do this and do that. And what I found, Autumn, in teaching health and wellness for 17 years is the best thing to do is baby steps.
Mm.
Because we'll make these grand resolutions. I'm going to do this. I'm going to lose 40 pounds. I'm going to do this and that. And by week 2, you stop and you back to your normal habits. So one of the things I try to encourage daily with people is just make baby steps. It doesn't matter how you get there as long as you get there. So, and I think baby steps are easier for us to stay on track with. Baby steps are easier for us to, when we fall off the wagon, to get back on. So a couple of things I just share with people really simply, and just making healthier New Year resolutions. The first simple step would be change the water you drink.
Wow.
And what I mean by that is start drinking an alkaline water. And why that is so important, Autumn, is, half of America experiences headaches daily. And
Yes.
headaches are dehydration. But because we don't get to the root of the problem, we take an aspirin or a Tylenol or an Advil, then the headache goes away for a short period of time, but then it comes back. The root cause of every headache is dehydration. So if you start drinking an alkaline water, and an alkaline water simply is a water that has a pH balance of 7 or higher.
Okay.
And the reason why this is so important is because when you drink water, and most people say, oh, I just drink any kind of water. It has to go through a filtration process because that's the way God created the body. Because he doesn't want dirty, he doesn't allow the body to have dirty fluid in the brain.
Gotcha.
So when you drink normal water, it goes to your kidney and your liver first, and then it filters back up what is clean. But now here's the other problem with that. Most of us in America are somewhat obese or a little bigger than what we need to be. So our kidney and our livers aren't operating properly. So it can't filter enough clean water back up. So therefore, when you're just drinking regular water, you're still dehydrated.
So wait, you're saying that the water goes up to our brain. So our brain needs to use clean water in order to operate.
Right. But when you drink alkaline water, when it goes down, the body doesn't have to work hard to filter or to purify it, and it can all come right back up. So there's more water accessibility to the brain, as opposed to when you drink, I'm just going to say some names of design, Ozarka, Deja Blue, Sparklet, Perry Light, Nestle's. So, there are tons of great clean waters out there from, Fiji has been around the longest, so everybody sees Fiji. Essentia is a great water. Essence is an amazing water. Evermore, Aqua Hydrate. So there are tons of clean waters. But now, here's the other conflict that we have, especially in our community, Autumn, when I always tell people, just make a baby step and drink clean water. They go, Paul, you want me to pay $2.75 for some
I know. Yes, it's expensive.
And I say, you have $1,000 iPhone. Let's get the priority straight.
Let's be real about this.
or and I'll give this example for men and women, or ladies, you're walking around with a Louis Vuitton bag.
Ooh, don't
and for guys, the same analogy goes, you got 6 60-inch TVs in your house, but you don't want to spend $2.75 for some clean water.
Oh, don't get us, Paul. And you know what? It's so important to say this here, Paul. And guys, you may be wondering what certifies him or what qualifies him to give us this information. Paul is a celebrity chef. He is a coach, okay? He can coach you to a better living, a healthier living. And so he helps with all kinds of things that can help you be a better you. So, and his resume is so long that it is unreal. He's helped so many people to live a healthier life. So I definitely wanted to go ahead and put that out there. And you guys can still visit him at paulritterteaches.com. But go ahead. What is the biggest thing that you find with most of your clients that is the hardest thing to change?
The biggest challenge when we decide we want to be healthier, it's how. And so one of the things I tell people, I've been doing this for 17 years, Autumn, 8,000 or 9,000 clients later. And I tell every single person when I meet them, I am not the best cook. I put that up front. But I am the best at giving you the information that allows you to make the change.
Oh, good.
So just like we're talking about alkaline water, or with clients, a lot of times, we're so misinformed because I got to go here, Autumn. I got to go here. I got to go here. This is the new year. Everything's going.
Let's go.
Because we are educated about food from a slave mentality. We were taught different things about food, but it was in a slave capacity. We have never learned about food from the top down. We've learned about food from the bottom up.
That's a good point.
And so therefore, we have never learned about what we thought was the best was the worst.
Wow.
And the perfect example is, one of the things I share with all my clients is after I do a consultation and educate you, I take you shopping. And I take you shopping in Whole Foods. Why? Because that is the cleanest place in America to buy food. But we, as a culture, African Americans, we spend most of our money on food in Walmart.
That part.
I hope they're not a sponsor. That is the worst place to work to buy food.
You can get everything there.
So therefore, once again, we're starting from the bottom, trying to make our way up, and starting from the top and coming down.
So the first step of starting at the top would be
changing where you shop.
Changing where you shop. Okay.
And here's the misperception. Most people think Whole Foods equals whole paycheck. That's the joke. But in actuality, Autumn, I take people in Whole Foods and they spend less money in Whole Foods than they do in Walmart.
Wow. Well, and that's because you're teaching us how to shop.
Exactly.
And the best things that we need, certain ingredients that we should be putting together.
And so going back to your question, what's one of the biggest challenges that clients have is just misinformation. We think we have grown up thinking dairy is a good product for us.
Yeah. Because
we hear the commercials, milk does the body good, yada, 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 yada. But in actuality, dairy is the second leading cause of every cancer.
Wow. So that's any of the milk, the cheese, the extra cheese. You're asking for extra cheese here and there?
It's so many things that have become ingrained into our food psyche, if I can say that we don't even realize it. So give an example. Dairy products are in spaghetti sauce. I'm talking about your red sauces, your ragus, your pregos. Just look on the back. The second product is milk.
Wow.
But we don't know that because we don't read labels, because we've been conditioned to worry about calories.
Wow. So we need to watch the labels on that. Okay.
So I always call it front label reading. We will read the front of the label where it says calories and salt and sodium, but we completely neglect the ingredients. I don't care. That one of the things I share is I don't teach calorie counting. I don't teach portion control because that's ignorant, because you don't know what a calorie is really. And portion control generally keeps you hungry. And so if we just have a lifestyle of eating healthy, we can neglect those two and give our body the proper nutrition and supplementation that's needed. So therefore it can do its job. Therefore your metabolism can speed up. So then you can lose the weight without spending 40 hours at the gym every week and only lose a pound.
Yeah, that part.
Just last week, I had a new client. She's wearing a life vest because she's having a really challenging heart issue. Last week, she lost 5 pounds and didn't leave her house, eating tons of food. Because when you start eating right, your metabolism speeds up. And when your metabolism speeds up, the weight loss happens at a natural rate and you feel better, energy goes up. But yeah, to go back to just closing out that question, it's misinformation. We just don't know how or what really we should eat. And so then we're just chasing our tail because every year a new diet comes out, whether it's keto or this or that, and everybody jumps on it, but it doesn't work for you. That's why you try the new diet the next year. Instead of incorporating a lifestyle that is sustainable, I'll use the example to being a Christian. You're a Christian 24/7. You may have bad days. You may curse somebody out, but you forgive, and then you stay being a Christian. Well, when we get on all of these trendy diets, you have one bad weekend and that thing down the toilet. It's a wrap.
Wow, you're absolutely right. Wow. So my goodness. Now consultation is the first thing that we definitely need from you. Okay.
Right.
To understand the whole, and I really believe that the physical, of course, leads to a healthy mental as well.
Absolutely.
As far as, because sometimes food is tied to mood swings as well.
Food is tied to mood swings. I call it nutritional therapy.
Okay.
Because your food determines your mood, but we don't realize the habits that we've created around food. When we get upset, you may go eat a bowl of ice cream, or you may go drink some wine, or you may go do this, you may go do that. But when you're happy, you say, I'm going to eat some grapes today. And so mood swing has a lot to do with our choices. But then when that comes full circle, our choices also dictate our health. Many times when people say, "Oh, Paul, I don't feel good," everybody really spends time with me. I say, "Okay, what'd you eat?" Well, they be like, "It ain't got nothing to do with what I say." Tell me what you ate today, and they'll go, "Oh, yeah, I ate some Williams chicken. I did this." I said, "Oh, that's why you feel sluggish and feel miserable, because it's all tied together." But we don't diagnose it that way when we go, "Oh, I'm just feeling bad." We never think about maybe what you ate made you feel bad, as opposed to outer circumstances that we generally attribute to feeling bad. Or you say, "Oh, so-and-so got on my nerves." Well, what'd you eat though before she got on your nerves?
Wow, this is good information. There's so much information. I have so many questions, but you guys can definitely check them out yourself. Go to Paul Ritter teaches.com. That's PaulRitter teaches.com. You can set up a consultation. He does in-home meal prep. He does virtual cooking. Now that's exciting. Shopping for you. So if you're not the one who wants to go in the grocery store and do it, he can definitely do that for you. Now that's definitely a great perk there. And so just teaching us about cooking with organics and that kinds of thing. And do you have product as well that you
on my website? I have a couple of things. I have a cookbook which is called Cooking with Organics. It's got over 20 great recipes from things for breakfast, meals, lunches, dinners. I also have a 21-day meal plan that I'm so glad you allowed me to share that. That's very simple and not complex at all. It doesn't talk about calories or portion control. I just give you 21 days of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You decide the portion amount based on how much you think you eat, but it's a very, very simple meal plan. And then I also have an e-course that educates you on water and dairy and sugar and salt and fat, and that you can do from that. And then also, Autumn, people can find me on Instagram. Okay. It's pritter2355. I'm on LinkedIn, and my Instagram page is very interactive. It's got a lot of stuff. You see a lot of the business I do throughout the week, whether it's working with the TCU men's basketball team, clients, speaking engagements. information for me, just sharing different tips. So it's a hodgepodge of everything on my Instagram page.
Wow. And on your website, I see you have many of testimonials. So there, you've made a
Yes.
lot of people happy, a lot of people better.
Yes, yes. You'll see on there, as far as testimonials, I have 3 people who recently we've come through cancer with flying colors where they don't have it anymore.
Wow.
You'll see a young lady that had lupus. And then just other stories from clients who I've cooked for over the years. So it's a broad spectrum because I deal with everything from just people that want to make better lifestyle choices for them and their kids to more serious challenges, whether it's diabetes, cholesterol, cancer, diverticulitis, Crohn's. So I get it all. In 17 years, I've experienced it all.
You've experienced it all. So, okay, wow. And you make great tasting meals. I've tasted a lot of your food as well. So being healthy does not mean being nasty or tasting nasty. What would you say is the main ingredient that so many of us use? It tastes good, but we really don't need that, and you have a substitute for it? Like, what's the biggest one that you're seeing that we're all using?
So here we go. And I don't know what your audience is, so I'll be very specific. In the African American community,
that's the audience.
The things that we love is Lowry's. Everybody got Lowry's in their house. And if I could get one seasoning out of your kitchen, get rid of Lowry's. And the reason why is because of the MSG content. MSG is a chemical that causes your cells to become malignant quicker, i.e. cancerous quicker. And that's why many years ago, everyone will remember the big thing with MSG and Lowry's. They said, we're taking MSG out of our product. They made that whole big thing. And now they put in the lower right-hand corner in big print, no MSG. But this goes back to label reading, because they took the word off Autumn, but the ingredient is still in the product. Because cornstarch is now the first ingredient in Lowry's, and cornstarch turns into MSG. So once again, because they know we as consumers are ignorant and don't know ingredients. So yes, they have on every Lowry's now, they have it in big print, no MSG, but the first ingredient is cornstarch, which turns into MSG. So I would say get rid of Lowry's, get it out your house, and then also become a label reader and get rid of any products in your home that have high fructose corn syrup. Because high fructose corn syrup is what leads to not only your sugar going through the roof, but it also is the root cause of colon and rectal cancer. So you want to get corn syrup out your house.
So how do you feel about meat?
Meat is fine. I don't tell people not to eat meat. That's a personal choice. I do educate on it. If you're going to eat meat, you want to eat a cleaner version of meat. And that goes back to the Bible, because the Bible says, don't eat anything with blood in Deuteronomy. So therefore, that means you got to stop buying Walmart chicken, because in that package, it's a whole bunch of blood.
Whole lot of it.
And then you cook it, or you clean it and you cook it, and the blood still comes out. So when it comes to chicken, the cleanest version of chicken is kosher chicken, which you can find at Jewish markets throughout the Metroplex. You can find it at certain Tom Thumbs, because kosher chicken means clean. That's a biblical term. That means clean. And the way they raise it, the way they kill it is totally different. They don't wring the neck. They use a stainless steel blade to cut the head off so there's no trauma to the animal. Then they drain the blood out. They clean it with salt and vinegar, and the rabbi prays over every single piece. And let me tell you something, it is the most delicious chicken you will ever taste in your life. Now, you can also find it, you can find kosher chicken at Trader Joe's. So if you're familiar with Trader Joe's and you know where one is in your part of town, then go visit Trader Joe's. They have it right there for sale.
Got you. This is some really, really good information, and we're running out of time here, so we're definitely gonna have to have you on for a part 2. But in the meantime, go ahead and give all of your social media websites and everything so that everybody can contact you.
Once again, you can find me at paulritterteaches.com. It's a wonderful site. Leslie Thompson did an amazing job, so shout out to Leslie. You can reach me on Instagram at pritter2355. You can follow me on LinkedIn at Paul Ritter. You can follow me on Facebook, Paul Ritter. You can follow me on Twitter, Paul Ritter 23. And it's really, first of all, I want to thank you guys for having me again, Autumn. It has been my pleasure, and I definitely look forward to coming back.
Oh, yes.
And maybe we can come back and I can actually give some meal prep tips, how to prepare some stuff.
Oh, yes.
And so the goal, I always say, is not about diet, it's about lifestyle. And if we create the right lifestyle, our health will follow.
Oh, yes.
Whether you're trying to lose weight, trying to get off medication, whatever, if you just maintain a proper lifestyle long enough, everything that you're looking to happen will happen.
Absolutely. Okay. And we're definitely going to have you on because we definitely need the meal prep tips. So this was more of an introduction type of thing as we journey to just living healthy, just being healthy.
Yeah.
So we thank you so very much.
It has been my pleasure. Have a great day.
Thank you.